Welcome back, whippersnappers. This is Gramps. We're in Shapes 2 hard mode dimension update. And last episode, we got this operator shape all up and running. And it is delivering in very, very well. It's doing a good job. We've got lots of shapes coming in. And we have upgraded our chains, so they are taking 3 packages per layer. Which is great. And yeah, there we go, delivering on into here. So now we need to figure out our next thing. So we've got our milestone 7. Milestone 7 is, this shape, and then with it recolor this shape, and then with a recolor, but a trickier one because we're just recoloring the bottom 2 pieces. And then the final one over here is this, turn sideways and remove one of the, oh no, it's actually not turned sideways. The doorway shape is the same. It's just gotten rid of the top right circle. Then this half circle has gone white and rotated to the left. And then the red spike from the bottom is now up on the middle layer, and these guys. So anyway, so it's it's a thing. It's not super easy, but it's not. It's very doable. But we also have some shapes down here, some tasks down here that I thought were really pretty easy that we could knock out. This is one of them here. It's damaging sites. So we're going to do this one. This one is, let's forget that shape. It's basically this shape, right? But it's just half of it. Blue. And then we take the same shape, uncolored, and stack it underneath. Then we have this shape on the top of this. And then we have a red version of this shape on top of that. So we just got one of these guys in. Let's go ahead and claim it. So we're going to use our little shape filter here. And do a circle, a rectangle, windmill, and a rectangle. Now, I just happen to know that if we scroll down a bit, look at that. How do I know that? Well, that's because the episode I was just taping completely crashed out. Luckily, I was only about 6 minutes into it. But, that's the kind of commitment I have to you, my friends. So I'm going to take this and get that going for both of those. And if you're enjoying this content, if you enjoy Shapes 2 and watch me goof around with it here, like and a subscribe would be very, very welcome. I'm going to take this and run it through our counterclockwise rotator. And that is going to give us the shape in this orientation, which is perfect. And then let's get it going through some blue. And I think, oh, look at this. Is that really? Oh, perfect. That's for this guy. And look, right by red. Oh, magnifique. All right. So let's get a depot. Let's get a painter single depot. And let's see, where do we want to do this? Let's rotate it. Let's flip it. Yeah, that's fine. And again, the color comes in from the bottom. You know what, though? I'm going to undo that. Boom. Painter single. Flip, rotate, rotate. I'm just going to put it right here. And then I'm just going to get rid of that. And that, and that. I'm just going to get it going here. Goodness, I didn't mean to do that. All right, so let's get our blueprint. And take that and drop it like it's hot. Okay, so come back down here. And yeah, let's just get these going. And boom. And to there. All right. And then that is going to be our train. Just do 2 of those. We don't need that. And shapes. Okay. So that's going to take those shapes up here to get them painted blue. Then what we need to do is cut them in half before they go in. But let's not do that here. Let's do it up closer. So we're going to take our train here and then run it up this way. And yeah, you're just going to come in here. But we're going to give you a little spacer. Because right here, we're going to have to store. Alright, so that's all set up and going. Yeah, these are more than full. You know what I'm going to do is after you drop one off, I'm going to change one of you trains to a different color. But yeah, that's our second shape. Okay, so let's take this and make it green. Alright, that way we've got 2 different trains, and then we can split them up when we start the stacking. Okay. Yeah, maybe we'll just run that direct in. Alright, we'll figure it out. All good. In the meantime, we're just gonna forget about it. Let's just forget about it. And let's come over here and look at another task. Again, this one looks easy. This one looks even easier. So let's do this one. Alright, so this one, we're looking for a windmill, and then a rectangle, and then a windmill, and then a circle. We're out there. Oh, well, that's fine. You know what? We're going to repaint you all green anyway, so we don't care that you are differently colored. Excellent. So we're just going to take one of these. And we do want to, just in the, just to get stuff all organized exactly the way we want, we're going to do a rotate. And do a clockwise rotate. Now we need some green right here. And again, I'm just going to drop it right in there. If you go to the lower level, then you're going to copy everything. That's only 5,000 blueprint points. Perfect. All right. So we got that. Shape, loader. Get back up here. Oh, look at that. That's just beautiful. A beautiful thing of beauty. And I'm going to... red. Why not? Red is sort of our default train color. Alright, so that's coming in here and going to get painted green. Then let's do this. Let's use a green train. Oh, but we can't have it come in here because we're doing our choppy chop here. So that's okay. We go down to this layer. Do that. Copy that over. Alright. So you're going to come up here. Go down. And go in. That's going to get this one going. And we'll do a couple of you. And there we are. First deliveries coming on in. Alright, so that is this one and this one. Both coming in. Now, as soon as this hits 4,500, then I'm going to run up here and get rid of this this guy. This choppa. And then any shapes that are left in here are going to roll on in. And we should be getting close. Yep, that's the shape we want. Excellent. So we can do this. Boink, boink. And then over here, let's do this. Let's look for a nice little full windmill shape. Right. There, and there. All bunches of places. And with this, we're going to need red and blue to make our colors. And yeah, we've got some red and blue right here. Let's do this. In the meantime, select another shape. Okay. Let's get a depot. We want a mixer single depot. I'm gonna turn it around this other way. So yeah. Get that going there. Get a fluid loader. Just come into the top, and then let's go over here to blue. Do a Shift F. That's right. We're going to come in from the same direction. There. All right, so that's going to make our magenta color, which is awesome. So use blue. I can see by the corner of my eye that we're getting down low on platform limits. We're going to try to keep an eye on that. But it is what it is. Alright, this one is going, and this one is chugging along about halfway there. Yeah, we may need to slow our roll a little bit. Oh, but see, every time we claim one of these, that's another 50 platform units. We're about to get another one here. Very exciting. So, cool. Let's do a painter single depot. Yeah, pretty much right there, right? Just gonna bring that purple ink on in. And it is so close that I'm not even gonna do multiple trains. Be a waste. But right now I don't really want to waste things like that. So we need this guy here. And do a shape loader. Oops. I said do a shape loader there, and then we will bring it on in. Also pretty close. So let's save the platform points. How's this guy doing? He's chugging along. Once we get to like 4,000, then I'm gonna want to get over there and cut it off. So we now have our little purple top guy here, right? That is going to be made right here. Got plenty of purple or magenta ink coming in, fluid. Just gonna bring it up here, and then we will get rid of this. All right, let's go back to the home base. Boing. All right. Now we have full shapes coming in. See how easy that was. That's our next guy here. So yay, there's another 40 platform points. So this is the way you can just sort of stack up tasks and keep knocking them out. So those guys are delivering. There. Yeah, we have a lot that can go back. The other thing we can do to speed things up is when we see that these guys have delivered their... You see there's one coming back, there's the other one coming back. And come down here to the end of the track and respawn. That sort of speeds up, you know, pulling out of here, pulling the stock out of here. Cool. So what is next? Next, turn this guy back on. Turn them off, turn them on. That way they're stacked in order. So next will be this. Oh, there's another one. So, yeah. Let's also take a look at some upgrades. And let's make a battle plan here. So we can do a cheap upgrade by doing these three, which we want to always do together. So that's 21. That's half of our points that we've got right now. Or do we save up and use some of these foundations and grab some of these guys? Or, yeah, the train capacity or secondary colors. That's a very important one. I feel this is an important one. The speed is a nice to have. Vortex inputs we're good with for a while. Let's do this. We're gonna grab our secondary colors. That takes us down to 10 points. All right, that's all good. These guys are cruising along. They're headed back. So that means we can respawn. As long as... Oh, yeah, I was hoping we'd have a full stack. But you know what? We're just gonna cycle him around until we get that full stack. Just coming down now. But he's not gonna get it until this next time. There we go. Full stack. Cool. This guy is chugging along. So let's see where we're at with this. Let's get some trains going, and this is magenta, so we can use a magenta locomotive. Grab Shapez. And bring them on up here. I think we maybe have enough. Let's see. What do we have there? Yeah, I mean, that's got to be 2,000, right? Alright, so I'm going to get rid of all this. Now, this is going to come in, and we have a... I'm just going to use a stacker. And that shape is on the bottom. Yes, yes. So I'm going to do a shape unloader up here. I'm not, because there's not room. So if I do here, there we go. All right, send those in. I'm just gonna return to sender. All right, those are gonna come in. Those are gonna go on top. Then we're gonna have a shape loader here. Let's go on in. That's interesting that the white one is in the center. The white one has always been at the end in previous versions. All right, 9,000 of those mamma jams are in, and this guy's just about done. So let's go work on that. Right down here. Okie doke. So... do this. You know what? I'm just going to delete all these. So I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to have a stacker coming in there. But then this time, let's get a shape unloader. There, there. And I'm going to bring the train down there. And let's do the green guy this way. Oh, this is wrong. This is wrong. This is our blue, so that's actually on top. So that means I want that. All right. That's not what I wanted, but it works. It's okay. All right, so this is going to create this bottom one now. Because the plain uncolored bit will be on the bottom. Blue one will be on the top. And there and there. All right, that's going to get this second shape all done. Where are we with you, my friend? Yep. They're coming along. Those should be going in. Just don't know if they are yet. Nope, not yet. There's our trains. Okay. We can get one batch of them in. Right there. Excellent. All right, so that is cruising along. Yay, there it is. Next stop after this, we've got 2. So let's do this one first. Let's go back here, get this going. So next we're going to farm this up, and we're going to want this to go on top of what we've created here. I wonder if we do this. Got 2 and then 1, 2. All right, so we're going to do that. And that is so we can mess around with this. So the next one, it's going to be this. But like so. Right there, okay? So we're going to bring this shape in. Drop it there. And this is the correct orientation. So we are good to go. bring you right along here. And I think we're going to do 2 different colors for you as well. Because one of you is going to be red. And the other will be gray. Uncolored. Okie doke. So that's setting up for this one. And we're still okay on platform limits. So let's find a spiky spike. Get you right here. Do we care where? Don't know. Here's another one. So we need a spike and we need red and green next to each other. There's one. Alright. So let's do this here. So we need a mixer. Oops. We need a mixer depot. And we'll just do that. Alright, so I just built that out. You've seen me build those before. We've got red and green mixing together, which creates yellow. The yellow fluid gets taken by train up here and then just dropped off. And then I just built this in place. I didn't create a depot. I don't need a depot for, tasks like this. So that is going to create our yellow spiky star, which is going to come up here. And probably right about here. We'll unload Shapes. And those will come along to right here where we'll have a stacker. And we will put that on top of this. And when we do that, we will also move all this down and plan ahead like we did with the blue guy. Let's cruise along. Now let's see if we can find this shape here, which is a circle and circle. Oh, circle, there we go. That we're gonna need to paint white right there. Little skull shape. And there. So this will be a time to make a white mixer depot. So let's do that. Let's make our white mixer depot. This would be a fun one to build with our third platform, I think. But in the meantime, until we get that, we're going to do a mixer. So we're going to start off with this. Then it's going to take that color. It's going to take this. Put it into here. Oh, we can do this. So this is one color. Basically, all three of these are primary colors coming in. Let's do this. Let's move it to there. Back up here. All right, let's do this. Okay, that's connected, so that's good. And again, I'm going to put it off center here. Just because it's easier to see that way. So yeah, all we're going to do is have one primary, a second primary, and a third primary color all coming in that way. Then it's going to kick out white. Let's get rid of that top layer. We need a color fluid loader. Again. So this is white coming out of it right here. All right. So let's save that. And caboodle. Mixer, white, single. We're going to put it in depots, and let's do this. We had our mixer. And we've been using a train. We'll do one for single, but over here I'm going to do white, just so we know this is white only. Because you wouldn't ever use this for anything else. All right. This is done. Let's get our yellow stars rolling in now. Boink. Delete all that. And take this and do that. Okay. So get rid of all you. Okay, that is good. Now I need to get a train going. Hey, we'll use yellow and shapes. Okay, so that's gonna get that going. Then I'm gonna, because we're gonna have another one of these guys here with that white skull. And shape loader. Boom, boom. And yeah, let's use red. Perfect. All right, now let's go get this guy. Let's see, it's here. Why do we not have those shapes in here yet? What is going on? Oh my goodness. We need a shape loader. Darn it. Darn it all to heck. Alright. So we're going to get that. And that. And we can just delete all those. That is good. And this one is good. And that one. Alright. We're looking good on platform points. Now we can turn this one back on. So let's go check out this. Excellent. That is working. These guys are rolling in. soon on all 3 layers. So I'm going to have another one. We're just going to do you right here. And then bring this in like so. Alright, so that's going to be for our little white skull shape. So let's go back to that. Which we've got here. So this is our white ink. So now we just need to get some red trains. Going in. A red train, a green train. So I'm going to turn one of each of you off. And create a secondary. And have that go in. There we go. So green. It's going to go that way. All right. There we go. And I could, of course, pause. So let's get this one going. And that will be our green train. Do it this way. So we have green on the track now, and we can come up here and nice and casually have it route over there. Okay, then we need blue. And we've got blue right here. Let's do this. Just copy you. This way. Okay, and you are only blue. And we'll go down and in. All right, that is creating white ink, white fluid. Now we need to go to our shape that we've got right over here and bring it in for the painter. All right, so let's get a painter single. There we go. And shape. Okay, shape, and this needs a rotate. Doing this, boom, and then counterclockwise. Into a shape loader, not unloader. All right, so this is coming up to where? Right there. All right. And let's, in the meantime, get this going. Up with fluid. Okay, so we have, yeah, green and red together making yellow, and then yellow plus blue making white. So there you go. That is working. Okay, so this guy is going to bring in our white fluid into here. Now let's go back down to this guy. Get that going. Boom. All right. So that's going to make this final shape. So once we have that final shape, we need to deliver it to right here. I'm just going to drop it down. Bring it in. There we go. Nice and easy. Yeah. And this guy's going. Phew. Knocking out a lot of tasks here, my friends. And I think what we're going to do is next episode, we'll go ahead and get on to that milestone 7. How are we doing? So we're going up to 12,000 on this. So that's a lot. This is going to take some time. But I think you can see how we're doing this, right? So what I'm going to do is next, I'm going to take this and copy it down to here and feed this guy in, which will be our skull shape, which means the skull will go on top of this. So it'll be right there. And that's it. All right, so that's going to be quick and easy. And then for this, here, right? No. So we've got our gray shape coming in on top. Next, I'm going to get some of these going as red right here. Let's do that really quickly here. And again, I'm going to just get rid of the train portion of this and do this. Oops. Wait, what's going on? Ah. There we go. Off center. That's all right, it works. So red fluid coming into here. Okay. But now we need the shape coming in. And so we will do a green train. Nope, we will not. We've got blue. All right. We'll do the blue train. Ugh. All right, let's try this again. Blue. There we go. Okay, so blue train is coming in and delivering shapes. So now these are going to get painted red. Red is going to come over here. We're going to drop down. Okay, and then this. There. And there. So that's it. That will be that red shape. And then that is going to go... So again, then I'm just going to copy this to here. And that will take care of that. Let's get a red train. All right. So I think you see what I'm doing, right? And that's, pretty quickly knocking out 2. I mean, this is an hour. to knock out 2 complete rows of tasks. Granted, I'm going to have to wait some time, and we'll do this off camera. I'm going to wait off camera, and I'm going to finish these out. But yeah, that's all it takes. And just a little planning ahead, like I started to do, as far as adding the space in for these guys goes. And then also again, I know that a full one of these is 3,000 shapes. All right, let's get the stupid calculator out again. Each package is 180. So there's 180, and there's 9 packages per train. Oh, so it's 1,600. So 2 of those, 2 full train deliveries, is going to give us our 6,000. So once I see that we've done 2 full train deliveries, then I can cut it all off and add and start getting the red guy going. So here, I'm going to pause. And yeah, I think that means it's 3 of them, right? 3 of them there. So I think that's done. So I'm going to, oops, paste that there. Now we also have these guys, but what I can do too is get those out of there with this. Just clear them out. Oh yeah, so look, this is only 1. So let's look at this. Yeah, see how that is only lit up 1. So those other trains are completely full. I'm just going to kill that one off, if we don't need it. And there's a couple shapes in there that I'm going to clear out. And now we've got these guys. All right, so that's it. We're going to call it. Thanks so much for joining. This is Gramps, signing off.